So you got your modern Mopar style fuel hat here. This is where the crossover on the saddle tank comes from. It's right in there. And it's going to connect onto here on your 4 triple sending unit. Your factory fuel level sensor is just going to pull out, push down. It just slides up onto here like this. And then you just crimp 2 wires. No color code, ready for reinstall. So we're still working away on the Jeep here today. We're getting some final wiring done. We're what I call 70% done the wiring today that we need to do. We cleaned up in the battery tray. Added a second relay for the fuel pump driver, so it's going to turn the fuel pump on. Fuse, that's the number 4 wire coming in for the fuel pumps, and that splits out back here on this fuel pump relay. And I have no clue where. I'm guessing the fuses are under here. And then also wiring started the gauge, the multifunction gauge. So I've got the main power coming here. It's tied in on the accessory wire. Where the accessories are on, the gauge will come on. And that's going to drive the wideband, you name it. But so that's all wired up. That's pulled in. So we're going to start extending wire. I got to go buy some probably 18 or 20 gauge wire to extend from the passenger left all the way, or from the driver left all the way over here through the firewall where I have a good access point. So I got to clean up all that wiring. Meth pump I have to rewire because we routed it weird, so we got to cut here, so we'll re-solder and that'll let the pump be driven. I'm gonna nut the pump here this year, so the pump's gonna get nut certed. I'm gonna nut cert the pump right into here, so that'll be good. And then permanently mount the tank. I'm gonna shim the tank, try and get it a little more level on this side. Headway. I'm actually pretty proud of the way the wiring's starting to turn out. I'm taking my time to ensure that the wiring looks nice. It is something that's tough sometimes when you're in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry because I have today and tomorrow to finish, but I'd like to be 90% complete today. I'm actually going to stop here right away now that I kind of got the fuel pump wiring kind of where it needs to be. And once that's done, I'm actually going to switch over to to finishing up exhaust valves. So I'm actually going to take an exhaust valves in properly this time. They're going to get remounted. I have new motor. Last shot. If these ones melt, I'm done. Me and X-Force are done. I'll order a whole new exhaust system. I do really love the sound, but I hate the fitment. The fit and finish sucks. Anyways, so I'm going to close up the garage here for about a half hour. I'm going to close up the garage for about a half hour and go visit the wife at her work. Drop her off a Slurpee, her and her coworker some Slurpees, and kind of go from there. While we're continuing on with the update, the longest Jeep update for Miles of Mayhem ever. Continuation from March. The Jeep is getting a bit of color change. Not a ton, but enough. By the end of the video, you'll understand. We're pulling the door panels because we got to get the windows out. The wind out. We can get the door actually wrap it. The doors. We went with an Avery gloss white, I believe. Vivid, I think, actually. Yeah, Vivid. Yeah, Vivid, right there. Vivid Plus Premium Series. As Paul informed me, it's not that the wrap is expensive, it is the labor. And I can see why, just even pulling all the little pieces off. I'm going to put you down. We're going to keep going here. I'll show you a trick on how to get the windows out of these WK2s, because the video made sense but didn't. So you gotta hook your window switch back up, and you're gonna be into the door here, Pulling the door apart's pretty simple. Pop the panel off, all the clips here, pull off relatively smooth. And then you're gonna pull this up to the point that, did I go too far?
No, I think.
Yeah, I did. Maybe I'll spot it easier on this one. Right there. So there's these holes here, and you take a screwdriver and you just literally push the window out of the track. And then once you've done that, this one is the one that's, and it's free. Nope, this side's not yet. Now it's free. Don't drop it.
Don't drop it.
And voila. Well, the doors are pulled apart -1, and we were getting a little concerned on some of these blemishes from the squeegee, and then Paul got really excited. It has a protective layer on it. And a little bit of a zoom out. If you cannot figure out what is happening with the Jeep in the video from just one door, not gonna lie, the thumbnail is probably going to be the final product, because it's gonna look like clickbait, but it's not. it's real life clickbait. Oh, I think Paul just like fell in love with his wrap even more. He was happy with the product that I bought, but the fact that it has a protective layer is even like, now it's like less stressful. Whole new process, learning, like he's still doing it. I'm getting the doors torn apart and had to take the windows out, and it's a good opportunity because these windows are a little dirty. But yeah, making progress. Day 2 of getting the look finished for Miles of Mayhem, and probably the rest of the season. As you can tell, the Jeep has full white doors. So for those that called it off my teaser, yes, a little bit of a cop theme. But Paul is just putting on the stickers, the decals, and you can kind of see the look we're going for. One more finishing flare that at the end of the video you'll see. I might blur it out while we're on the thumbnail, we'll see. Chat soon. Well, it is the eve of departing for Miles of Mayhem. This video is going to be dropping tomorrow night. It's going to be tied in with all of the final prep, so this is like the mid intro, because I've already had a bit of a video edited, and then from there it's going to be into drag racing whilst traveling to Medicine Hat to Wade Right, and we're doing excellent. First bit of long distance traveling I've done on the Jeep with the new windshield. And I do want to say, I take a moment and thank my sponsors for the event, because we actually have 2 sponsors, which huge. First and foremost, Denim Chrysler out of Lloydminster, Alberta, came in huge. They've been a huge supporter of the channel for quite some time, but they stepped up monetarily to help get us through the event, and means the world. So guys, please, if you need any parts for Mopar, even non-Mopar, give the boys at Denim Chrysler a call and tell them Running Joe Off-Road sent you, because you are going to get a discount. I 100% guarantee you get a better price than list. And then if you need a new vehicle, they're always able to help, especially in the Lloyd area. I know I'll be abusing them here in the next probably year. We'll be talking on probably another vehicle for the wonderful wife. As the Jeep has been a little bit more expensive than expected. And then for those that don't know, this was her daily driver. I think it was her daily driver for like 3 years. And yeah, when we started modifying it, she knew it was time, especially when the cam decided to let go. But that said, yeah, we're on our way to Wainwright. Everything's going good. We're going to get a U-Haul. You heard that right. U-Haul trailer. We were gonna haul. We were going to haul all the way down to Medicine Hat and leave the truck and trailer there. But we're gonna take the risk that we're not gonna break, and we're not gonna be stupid the whole time. Now that said, technically 3 of the tracks is closer to have my truck and trailer in Lloydminster than it is in Medicine Hat. So if we break, we can easily get picked up by somebody with my truck and trailer, which will be pre-staged at the shop, and go from there. So we picked up a U-Haul. And why do we want a U-Haul? Well, I looked at just doing a cargo carrier. I did, but by the time I figured out all the little quirks of the cargo of a cargo carrier, I was gonna run out of storage, and everything was gonna have to be in the vehicle. This allows me to unhitch and go. So that's the plan. We'll go from there. Hopefully there's no issues on that. I can't see there being issues on it. It's a little 4x8 U-Haul trailer, and we might throw some white, because we have lots of white left on there to block off all the U-Haul logos, just as much as we can. These 3 front panels, we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, we picked up a 4x8 U-Haul trailer. First long haul with the Jeep. We went to Wainwright, not long, but long enough. The Jeep did perfectly. The alignment's off just a hair in the rear. So, but I'm gonna fix that tomorrow. I'm actually not gonna try and fix that today. Well, I could probably actually fix it. I'm gonna be going on a hoist here. I got an exhaust leak I wanna try and fix. So I might try and pull the rear camber a little more. Well, it is, we're in the last hours here. Paul just attempting to figure out everything we need. The wife was super nice and packed me a cooler full of snacks. Oh, she got Oreos in there, and cheese strings and veggies and apples, and she's not coming with us. But we were trying to, so we went and spent $40 on some shower rods. I need a couple new shower rods anyway, so long as they're not broken. I'll use at least one. And ratchet strap them forward to pull them up. And yeah, the tires aren't going anywhere. You're probably sitting there thinking, man, that's a lot of work every day. It will be, but it won't be. Because we're not carrying a ton of stuff. It's just the ability to not have it in the Jeep, unloading it from the Jeep every day. Having a U-Haul lets us bring a pit bike. Paul's got himself an electric scooter here for a little while, and that thing actually clipped decently quick. Took it for a quick street drive and got her up to about 9.5, and I was quick braking for Medicine Hat. That 9.5 is actually like 35 to 36 kilometers per hour. A little faster than I thought. Actually blown away at how fast it does move. So now when we're at the track and we're in between runs, or if we're not going to run and we're just filming, I can go to the end of the track, get some video at the end of the track, and yeah, should be a fun time. The weather is going to be unbelievable. Like, we're calling for high 20s, low 30s all week. So if there's a lake stop anywhere, it might be a jump in the lake. We have a pool every day. Yeah, we're going to get back to packing. We don't have much more to go now. Now we kind of have the base and I think the next step is get his scooter mounted so we know that it's not going to move, and the rest of the stuff can kind of go in from there. Well, it is 4:40 in the a.m. Sunday, August 14th. We're off. Well, not quite yet. I'm gonna go top up with fuel, grab some McDonald's, pick up Paul. Actually, I'll probably go through McDonald's with Paul. But we're on our way to Medicine Hat for Miles of Mayhem. Man, I might like sound like I'm down, but I'm not. I'm like super excited inside right now. It's been a long summer. I put everything off for this. I didn't want to go racing. I had plenty of chances to go racing, but if I'm gonna break, I'm gonna break in big fashion. And my luck says I will break. Yeah. Nervous as well. It's been a long month. Like, it's been... July was a long month of getting everything together, and some things had to fall into places that they did. So anyways, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. But yeah, we're mobile, and we have a thunderstorm to start our day off, so we don't have much of a choice. We gotta drive. Well, welcome to Alberta. Not that I've haven't been in Alberta most of my life. We're just having our first cigarette break, like 100k in, almost 100k in. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. But yeah, we're just passing Macklin, Saskatchewan, literally crossing back into Alberta. Jeep's doing excellent, holding a solid, basically average of 90 degrees C on the transmission, getting like 13 to 14 liters per 100k hauling this pig. You can feel the trailer, there's no way around it. But yeah, it's like 6, yeah, 10 after 6. Wide awake now. Paul's having his first cigarillo.
Trying to quit.
Yeah. And for those that are wondering how we are going to survive a long trip starting with wee in the hours, and I'm going to tell you right now that people are going to learn very quickly that we have a full fridge freezer. Monsters. My wife actually treated us really well with cut vegetables, some apples, pepperoni sticks. But there's 4 cases of Monsters in there.
That's for today.
I would say he's joking, but he's not. So I'm actually going to throw some water in there, convince him to drink some more water too. Paul actually had his first vegetable in like probably 5 years.
Well, fresh
yeah. Vegetable yesterday. But yeah, we're just stopping and checking things over and then grabbing a couple Monsters and hitting the road. Well, as you can see, we are well into the rolling hills of mid-southern Alberta. We're 237 kilometers into our trip so far, averaging about 14.9 liters per 100k. It's actually been a really gorgeous day in general. Paul and I can't get the zoom in because the camera's on the wrong side. We're just enjoying the drive. It's the photo that I took this morning was absolutely gorgeous. It was funny. I said to Paul, I gotta get a picture. I pull over to the wrong side of the road, got the picture because it's just hard to beat. Like you just, these nice beautiful rolling clouds with the sun coming out, and I said we've got about 5 minutes to get this because the clouds are literally going to disappear the minute the sun comes out because it's going to burn and evaporate them right off. But yeah, otherwise everything's going good. Jeep's cruising along. I think we're averaging a 90° C on the trans, so we're couldn't ask for a better drive. And like we chose, like, you know, some people you don't have any mountains or hills. We have lots of that. It's not a windy road or anything, and to be honest with the trailer, I'm not that excited for a windy thing anyway. Through the week, what I'm gonna try and do is set up the Insta360 facing forward on a time-lapse mode, and we'll try and take some videos time-lapse so you guys get some neat driving videos, and I might stop and do that yet too. But Miles, honestly, like, this is the first torture test for us, which was just getting to the event. I did pre-stage the truck and trailer at my shop for the wife with straps and the ramps. I haven't actually loaded the Jeep on the trailer since I lowered it, so it'll be interesting if I have to. So, but we're gonna keep driving. I just wanted to kind of get you guys in the loop, what's going on. We're just enjoying this beautiful early cruise. We're 2.5 hours in already, so next update might be in Medicine Hat. I'm like zoomed right in. We're just definitely in the Badlands, the hoodoos. I'm in the passenger seat. See, I'm working on my laptop and updates happen. Just got a new trans tuner. Finally listened to my like implied like aggression. I wasn't even being aggressive. Just I knew what the problem was. If I pay you to tune something, I expect you to do and know what happens. On these Hemis, especially these Jeeps, the commanded throttle's only like 76%. So there's a line on my trans that goes from 70 to 79%. That's fine. That's normal in these really basic, like stock ECUs. You only have certain limitations. But that jump between 70 and 79 is interpolated. So I was shifting so early into second gear that I wouldn't use second gear. So I just had to modify the trans tune. He sent me a new file. It fixed that. I do have somebody else's transmission tune. Thank you. You're a savior if this doesn't work. But we should be on our way, as long as my laptop didn't just bite the dust. It's going. It's just taking a sweet time. Did a BIOS update because I'm trying to get my drivers to work. But yeah, we're just driving through. Probably gonna get my Insta360 set up here so I can well, we're about 40-ish kilometers from Medicine Hat now. Just a quick stretch the legs. Important to make sure we keep some blood flow going, not get blood clots. Mandatory rest stop. But yeah, Jeep's running good. About a little over a quarter tank left, which I suspected we'd be about a tank to get to Medicine Hat. We're gonna be better. Averaging close to 700 kilometers in a fuel tank. So we might only need one fuel up a day. We'll see. We do have a jerry can that we'll probably top up at some point. I don't want to run around with fuel in a jerry can in the trailer the whole time, but we'll see depending on the day. Yeah, she's sounding mean, hauling good, trailer doesn't wobble, the Jeep just stays planted. Like, it's crazy. See how stable it is. It's actually kind of scary, to be honest, knowing that there's a few 100 pounds behind him. Trans doesn't even flex. We should take a look in the trailer here. We haven't done that the whole trip.
I have every time we stop.
Nothing has moved other than like a couple items here, but nothing. Our little trick to hold the tires is working phenomenally. So yeah, we're gonna get moving. We'll be on our way into Medicine Hat Drag Hot Rod Drag Association, something like that. MDRHA. I know that. Well, we made it to Medicine Hat Drag Race Association drag strip. Bunch, but the Jeep's back on the radials. And reason, swapped over pretty quick. Took us a little bit to kind of figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna, last tune I know we'll just drive through and ditch a trailer. Here, we're gonna leave the trailer here tonight. I think we're gonna stay in drag setup. Paul's got my cleater hat.
The best hat ever.
But we're pretty much prepped. We're just gonna go one more Jeep, make sure we don't have anything we don't need. Flash a tune, pre-fill the tech card, go get teched. We are live, just getting the Jeep finished up here. We showed up a little later than we wanted, but it's fine. We're number 63 for the week. Trying to track by number. We are number 63. And Paul's just stickering up the Jeep. I knew the Jeep was gonna have a lot more stickers on it. I didn't expect this many, but we're getting there. We're not going to as much detail as we did on the last ones, but to be honest, we're Miles of Mayhem sponsors include JB Center, JB's Power Center, Shore Park Chevrolet, Red Deer Speed and Custom Shop, Green Drop, Performance Plus, and quite a bit more. My sponsors for this event are Denim Ram Trucks, or Denim Chrysler out of Lloydminster, Alberta, and Lloydminster Motor Club. I couldn't be here without them. But yeah, we're gonna get ready. We've loaded a transmission tune that should work. I flipped the methanol tank, and I added 2 gallons. So I think for all my street passes I've been doing, I've been wondering why my IATs have been taken off. I think we figured it out. So we're in the final steps here. Banner got to go on. I think one more. Oh, Davenport Motorsports is another JB or another Miles of Mayhem sponsor. Well, we're gonna go for our first pass and see where things are at. I'm not gonna try and full send it. I'm literally gonna try and just get a light pass.
Getting there 9, 15, 80 miles an hour.
So I got to review the data, but I can tell you it felt like it used it all.
Intake air temps came up, obviously. I'm at 55 degrees. I'll have to see what I actually was at to start the pass. I think it said 730 on the board, so we're getting closer to where I expect to be. I'm hoping to aim for like a low 7 all week. Even a high 6 is what I should be able to run. I didn't launch very hard there, just out of fear that I'd break something. And then I might have let off early. But it actually looks like I finally used second gear. And I'm so used to not using second gear that, yeah. And then I think the next pass is going to be better. And I say that because I'll actually have the trans where it's like better where it's at. So like I'm comfortable doing another pass or two today yet.
Okay, so Paul and I kind of data mined here a little bit and came to the conclusion that we were going to throw more timing at it. So we did. I went up modestly. Paul wanted me to go up even more. I have no knock, so that's the bright side. Wasn't hitting hot spark, so I've increased that. We haven't decided to touch the fuel yet. You'll see in the video, and I'll maybe throw it up now. So I underload. I'm black, but I'm gonna try and launch with a little bit more than idle RPM this time. First pass of the year for me is always a little nervous, so to speak, but now we kind of got the kinks worked out. The Jeep felt really solid. It didn't buck, it didn't spin.
Coming 6s.
Yeah, hopefully 6s. So we're gonna, I just sent the file off to my tuner, my transmission tuner. I just need to reply to him because he replied to me, and he's gonna work on another trans revision real quick for me. But we're looking really good. It's the best that felt in a while. It actually felt better than even last year. And I only did a 1.760 foot, and I know I can cut a 150 or lower.
That thing's got some top end.
We should have let go sooner.
That's still too fast, guys. 730.
Why would it do? Okay, well, I'll probably pull some boost out of it.
I would allow, dude. Yeah. Either take some boost. Wow, yeah, you don't want it too low. Just straight heat. It's bad.
Intake blowing into clouds.
That's what I'm worried about with this is he's so low on timing. Like I'm like, man, 8, like he was 6 degrees for some of it. I was like, dude, that's not enough.
That's good.
Like I would like to see it between 12 and 16 degrees wide open.
You don't turn it up because of the trans, is that what's
I don't know. He's just nervous. Didn't shift.
Oh, shit.
Didn't shift.
Fuck, that was a nice launch though.
It was.
Well, that run did not go as I wanted. Like a 9 something. The trans 100% did not shift there into third, I believe. I believe second gear completely hit the wall and I bogged coming out of first gear. So I definitely have more traction. I've never had this much traction before. So I need to either up my RPM or pull some fuel. So I'm gonna probably lean it out a bit. I hit 20 pounds of boost again. It just sucks going, like everything's going good and then it just backs right off. I'm gonna try and get another. I hate to hot lap it, but I think I'm going to. Well, I can't. I gotta make an adjustment. Thanks. Yeah, so a much better 60 foot, a 165 60 foot, and then a 920 8 mile. So like way backwards progression there. I think I gotta take a look. I think I hit an RPM limit there. So what happened?
Oh, it's all-wheel drive. That thing's gonna hook.
The trick is if it gets second gear.
Can he do a burnout? No?
It'll do a burnout.
Instantly to third. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 730, 96.
Oh, it is a G.
Hey guys, if you're here, thanks. I know it was a long one, 37 minutes, 2 videos in one. And so you got to see our final prep day and final test and tune day for Miles of Mayhem. And we're here. We're actually just in our hotel room, relaxing. It was a long day today, very sunburnt. But as you can see in my last 3rd and 4th pass, if you just squeak ahead if you missed it, we started to make some progress. Some back and forth with the transmission tuner, and we finally got on pass 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did another 7.3, not what I wanted, but I did it with a 198 60 foot. So we're gonna increase the timing for tomorrow, another like 2 degrees across the board, and I think we're going to leave it there until probably later in the week, unless we're trying to chase that 6 down even more. I think if we can get a solid launch, if I can get my 150, 140 even, I'm going to do what I want. So anyways, guys, thanks a ton for watching the first video of the Miles of Mayhem series. Expect nightly videos, hopefully not 30 minutes long. I'll try and include some more competitors, some walkarounds, and there just might be some more videos to follow in the next coming weeks on just some Miles of Mayhem content in general. This series, the first 5 days, next 5 days, will be focusing on us and our travels and the Dragon Drive event and whoever's with us. So stay tuned, stay running off road, and I will see you tomorrow.